Okay, so today we're going to be doing a food bowl game, and I have an empty food bowl, have some treats in my hands. I'll be out of view of the camera for a second. This is not only a good impulse control game, but this is a way to just teach general impulse. You can change what item you're using. So right now I'm using the food bowl, which is something that usually excites most dogs. But this same concept can go for things like the leash, a toy, anything that holds a lot of value to your dog. You want them to ask for it politely and not with undesirable behaviors like jumping, barking, clawing, swatting, scratching, etc. I am also working with him with his harness on today. Earlier we did just a little bit of free shaping to get him used to stepping into the harness and really liking the harness. So I am leaving it on during this process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a food bowl. I'm not going to fill it all the way up. And mind you, we've done a little bit of precursor work to this, so he might be pretty good at it at first. I'm going to drop some treats in here so he knows they're in there. Not too many. Now, to start the game, anytime he offers me a behavior, like he did here while I was talking a sit, I reinforce him. As I bring the bowl lower, yes, he's being so good because he's just done this with me. If he were to have gotten up and approached the bowl, or jumped at the bowl, or jumped at me, any of the above, I would take the bowl physically back up. What I'm looking for is for his bottom to stay put without me telling him SIT, stay, etc. He's doing it by choice. And that he also checks in with me. Now, the check-in is not critical at this stage since it is technically the early learning stage. If I see it, I like to reward it. And since he's a little bit smarter than your average puppy, I am going to go ahead and kind of make that part of the foundation too. That as the bowl gets lower, yes, I wait for him to check in with me before I get it closer to the ground. It's in my hand. Now, as a marker word, I've been using the word yes to indicate the moment he's done something that I like. You can also use a clicker in this instance. We just haven't charged one yet. Yes. Now he's not even going to look at the bowl. He's just going to look at me. And we're going to use the release word to signal him to approach the bowl. Now, in my case, pardon my sniffles, I like to use the word free, F-R-E-E, to signal you are good to go and take whatever it is or to move ahead. A release word is going to be an indicator to the dog that they are fine to move from a behavior we've last left them in or past the space. I tend to stay away from things like okay, just because we say it a lot. You guys can definitely change it. I actually will have that be some of your homework for this week is to decide, if you would like that to be your release word or if you'd like to change it. If you have something that you already use with Shiloh, you can use that same word with Lucien. That's not a problem. Okay, now that he's been a little impatient because I was talking too much, we're going to see how he does it if I can set the bowl down. So I'm going to lower it. Now, since he got up, I bring it up. Once his bottom's down, the game can begin again, and I reinforce him for that sit. I'm going to toss find it, look. I'm going to toss the treats, look, right there, a little bit away just to get him moving so you guys can see him better in the view camera. Now there, I kind of waited him out a little too long, but I just kind of wanted to see if he'd hold that sit. Lucien. Now we have crumbs everywhere too. Touch. Just to kind of, yes, good boy. Just to kind of get him back in the groove. Since I didn't say F-R-E-E, I pick it up. I am going to reinforce him though for sitting and not coming towards the bowl. I pick it up. Now too, I don't expect the bowl to stay on the ground for a long period of time when we do this. I just want it to be that the bowl touches the ground and I say F-R-E-E before he goes and moves towards it. I do apologize to you, Lucien, because he's doing a great job. I'm just kind of watching him and talking, and I should recenter us a little bit. Hope he's looking at the food in my hand. I lift it up. I lift it up. And two, I might have missed our golden window, but that's okay. Yes, so I'm going to reinforce him for sitting. Free. So he kind of prematurely released, but I'm going to give it to him just so he doesn't get too frustrated. Something to remember too is I can understand what the ultimate goal is. He's learning what the ultimate goal is. So there when I set it down, even though he didn't look at me, he didn't run right towards it. So I went ahead and interjected that word F-R-E-E, free, into there, and let him get everything out of the bowl. We're gonna do it one more time with just a piece. Oops, I'm sorry. And I just wait him out. Yes. He sits to start the game. I pick it up. And I'm still kind of rewarding him for resetting into that sit because I want him to not get discouraged from offering that. Yes. It might seem like he's not doing the right thing. Why are you rewarding him? But we have to kind of think in his terms that this is a hard behavior for him to conceptualize. We need to give him some credit where credit's due. Yes. Free. Now there I had to psych him out and just do a palm touch because I didn't have any food left besides the piece in the bowl. And this can grow as we go. I can do it where I have him hold the sit for a little bit longer. I can be a little less generous with those in-between rewards, but always start small and build a solid foundation before trying to add too much intricacy and detail to it. Oh, you're such a good boy. He will get more and more confident and more accurate with the behavior as he continues to learn it. Oh, so since he's jumping, I'm going to turn away. Good boy. Free game because the treat pouch is right there.